The elusive, critically endangered swift parrot has long escaped the gaze of conservationists and passionate birdwatchers alike as population numbers remain a challenge to track. However, a fresh sighting from a passionate birdwatcher in New South Wales has reinvigorated hope in the fight to keep the colourful parrot species alive, and aren't they beautiful? James Bennett is the avid birdwatcher who saw this flock, and he joins us now from Kew near Port Macquarie on the New South Wales mid-north coast. James, g'day. So birders are renowned for their dedication to their mission, and you seem to be super dedicated. You'd actually been out over the last month or so looking for the swift parrot.
Yeah, that's right. The local bird club has a bit of a yearly sort of competition to see who can see the most species, and when you get down to the more rare things, you sort of have to, I don't know, look for the rare things, I guess. So I was, since about mid-April, checking spots where the swift parrot had turned up in the past.
Yeah, and then came the moment. Describe for us what it was like for you when you came across one swift parrot, then 5, then 10, then 50.
Oh, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's a species I've seen before in Tasmania and in New South Wales, but I hadn't seen it before on the mid-north coast and in Port Macquarie. So it was actually raining that day, and I had the windows down, just listening out for the calls. And it's got a pretty, you know the call when you hear it. So it was a pretty cool feeling, just knowing the significance of it. And then another local birder joined me, and we were able to get a count of around 50 birds. So
wow,
it was very exciting.
And you knew straight away this was something very special?
Oh, absolutely. As with any, critically endangered species, if you've found one or just come across, it's as a birder, it's a very, very cool. That's what we live for. We want to find these rare birds. As a lister as well. You want another bird on your list. You just want that next tick. So it was very, very exciting.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if we've got the photo of you, but when you go out birding, you're in the full camouflage gear. You really get into it. Were you in the camouflage gear for this one, or you mentioned you wound the windows down? It was raining so bad you were in a car, were you?
Oh, look, every now and then, with the more cryptic species that are, sort of more in dense bushland, it's kind of hard to get a good look at them. So with the ghillie suit on, it's a little easier. But no, with these, I was just driving around with the windows down in the car, listening out for that classic swift parrot call.
Yeah, and speaking of that, not only are they very pretty birds, but they've also got quite the unique call, and we can take a listen to that right now. Yeah, and so was there quite a cacophony when you saw this group?
Oh, look, given it was raining, I think most of the birds were sort of hunkered down. But this, I'd parked the car under a eucalypt tree that they were in, and so lucky enough, I could hear them just sort of making their light warbling sort of call, and I was able to get onto them pretty quickly. But yeah, all the other birds I think were just hunkered down from the rain.
Yeah. And there's only kind of like 1,000 or 1,500 of these estimated in Australia?
Yeah, that's right. About 1,000 birds is a good estimate, I think. Last year they spent most of their time in Victoria, so we didn't really see them in New South Wales. So it's very exciting to have them back in the state, for sure.
And so, did you win the prize in the local birding group?
I think I made a few people very happy. A lot of people have gone to look for them, and they're still there. Actually, this is almost a week later, and they're still using the habitat around Lake Cathie, and a lot of people have seen them. So really good news.
Yeah, and how heartening is that for you?
Oh, it feels great. Putting a smile on people's faces. A lot of the area that they're in is quite sort of residential. So you got your cameras and a few people out on the street. A lot of homeowners come out wondering what's going on, and we can introduce them to the bird and say, hey, look, you've got this in your front yard, and it's pretty special. And a lot of them are really excited to know that.
Wow. And so presumably you've got a full-time job as well, but why are you so keen on birding generally?
Look, I'm actually a musician as my full-time thing, so I travel around Australia anyway, and it goes hand in hand with bird watching. So I sometimes I've been guilty of booking gigs and shows around where I want to see birds. So it's the perfect scenario.
And do the bird calls inspire you musically at all?
I guess so. In a way, listening to all sounds in nature is quite therapeutic, and doing what I do for a living, it's a very social thing. So just that time away from people and getting into nature, it's yeah, it's very therapeutic, and I think that's a big part of why I do it.
And so when's the next birding trip coinciding fortuitously with your music with your music gig?
Look, there's the next rare bird that shows up. I'm pretty good at just getting in the car and going to chase it, so it doesn't always have to be planned, and quite often it's not planned, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
Okay, James, congratulations on your find. It's such a great little yarn, and great to see the swift parrot there in such numbers around in that Port Macquarie area, and good luck with your birding.
Thank you, mate. Thanks for the chat.